Okay, guys, today I want to talk about niche selection or choosing something to make a YouTube channel about. This is something that is widespread, right? People want to go on YouTube, but they don't know what to talk about. And as a new YouTuber, I understand the challenge, especially when I started my channel, I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to talk about. That being said, I've chosen a direction and I'm going to go into that direction. And, after like 50 videos, if I feel, okay, I need to make a slight pivot, I can do that. But at some point, you need to choose at least a direction, right? What direction are you going to walk in? Because otherwise, you're just walking in circles, right? As a new YouTuber, um, yes, you can figure it out as you go along, like I am, but you got to choose some kind of direction, right? So, for example, if you are into health and fitness, maybe you're not exactly sure what you're going to do, but then you can at least start talking about general fitness, right? Just until you figure out what exactly it is you want to do. So, in my example, I wasn't exactly sure what direction I wanted to go into. So I just to start off with, for the first week or two, I was just talking about being a new YouTuber, right? And trying to monetize my channel and sharing that with uh, you, the viewer out there. So that was my starting point. But I also knew that if I wanted to make this a long term thing, I needed to walk at least roughly into a direction that I was knowledgeable about or something I was interested in, right? So in my previous career or entrepreneurship field, if you want to call it that, I was in self publishing, and more specifically, I was into personal development books. I was writing personal development books under different pen names and I was selling them on Amazon. But I was really interested in that. It wasn't just doing those topics because I wanted to make money. Of course, I wanted to make money, but I wanted to write those books because I was interested in it, right? And of course, I knew those niches were very in demand, right? So that's the direction I chose, and I really enjoyed writing those books because I was interested in it, and that made it just a lot easier for me to create products, right? Because I like doing research in those fields, and I had a lot of knowledge in it in my personal life. So that made the choice easy for me. And again, now in my YouTube channel, to link that up, I chose YouTube, but I also chose combining it with some mindset stuff for content creators specifically because that's what I'm interested in. Like I said, in my previous career, I was doing a personal development stuff. And this time, I'm just doing personal development stuff specifically for content creators, at least for now. That's the direction that I chose, right? Just to walk into a broad content creator, YouTube mindset kind of direction. So at least I'm walking into a direction and I'm trying to keep the content within that area, right? I'm not publishing videos about yoga and videos about dog training, right? I'm keeping it kind of under the same roof, if I can use that word, right? So I previously made a video about how I looked for niches when I was still in my previous job. Like I said, I was mainly into self-development or personal development in my previous job, but I also published books in other categories that I wasn't passionate about, and I got ghostwriters to write those books for me, but I did the uh, niche research myself, and I did make a video about how I would look for niches on Amazon.com. And the reason why Amazon.com is very helpful for any platform or any entrepreneur is if you go to the Kindle bestsellers list, and by the way, I'll link the video at the end of this video or in the description, check it out. The reason why the Kindle bestsellers list on Amazon is such a helpful tool is because it's a very good indication of what kind of problems people are looking for, right? That's the whole idea of going into a niche, because you want to attract a specific type of person that will watch your videos or maybe pay you for your products and services, right? Because if there's nobody looking for what you have to say, then you're not going to be able to sell anything at the end. And I'm sure you started YouTube to eventually turn it into a business, right? If you're just here for a hobby, then obviously this is not for you. But if you eventually want to make money out of your channel, then I suggest you pick something that there is a demand for, right? People are looking for solutions. So again, on Amazon.com, in the bestsellers list, in the non-fiction bestsellers list, you can see exactly what people are looking for. And you can see the problems people want to solve, right? So for example, if people are looking for books about different ways to lose fat, then you know that that's a big problem for people, right? I know that's a kind of a general example, and everybody knows that, but you get the point, right? If there's a lot of books selling about fat loss, then you know a lot of people are looking for different ways to lose fat. And that's why Amazon.com is such a helpful indicator for demand, is that it gives you clear directions that you can go into, and you can just use that as like a compass to send you in a direction. You can start making content about a specific area. But I do think there has to be, if you want to make this a long-term thing, you've got to have some kind of interest in the topic that you want to go into, right? Because if you have no interest and you're just going after the money, then yeah, you might make a little bit of money, but you're going to be miserable, right? And you're not going to do it for long term, because you're going to get bored and you're going to stop. And another thing is, if you really want to help people, you do want to have some kind of understanding about what you're talking about, right? Or at least do research and learn about it. And to be able to do research and learn about it is you got to have some interest in it, right? Because otherwise you're just not going to do it. So I think that's the broad thing, right? Do some research, but combine it with something you are interested in or passionate about. It doesn't have to be the biggest passion in your life. It's just something you're kind of interested in, and you know you can make content about for an extended period of time, right? So again, I think if you are struggling to find a niche, do a little bit of research, whether it's on Amazon.com, on YouTube itself. You can go into the search bar on YouTube and just start typing in different phrases, and it will show you the things that people are searching for already, right? Or go on to any AI tool, ask AI, what are the current trending topics on YouTube, or the best niches for YouTube? And it's going to give you a lot of options, and then you can just see which one of those options resonates the best with you, right? Which one kind of interests you, and it's something that you're going to be able to create content for a long time. Because if you commit to this thing, then I guess you want to make it maybe a career or a business, right? So at least for now, when you start out on YouTube, just choose a direction. Again, I'm a new YouTuber, and that's the way I'm doing things. And I hope that this video is helpful. Again, I'll link that video in the description so you can check it out. The one about looking for niche ideas on Amazon, I'll link it in the description, and you can check it out, and hopefully that guides you so you can find your niche. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.